We are back with another lift today. And I want to always switch up the exercises I do when it comes to my, arm days, back days, leg days, etc. All things of that nature, right? One thing that I always love to do with my training is I like to go very slow, controlled, and heavy on every single set. And you mostly will see that in all the exercise I do, in every muscle I do. I always like to have that perfect, good, slow, controlled form while lifting some heavy weight. I can't sit there and train with lightweight. That's one thing about me. Like, I have to train heavy every single set. I have to go beyond failure every single set. I have to give it, every single thing I got, to the point where if I try to, get out another rep, it is physically impossible for me to get out another rep. I don't ever leave any extra reps in the tank. I always make sure, you know, at the end of that set, I know I couldn't have done more. And I know at the end of the workout, every single workout, it doesn't matter, what workout it is, that I'm leaving that gym knowing that I went absolutely insane and that we did literally every single thing that we possibly could have done in order to have a smooth, perfect workout. Anytime I ever say I have a perfect workout is when I say I give it 100%. When I say I haven't, left any extra reps in the tank. If I ever just went as hard as I physically could, that's what I would say I have a perfect workout. I don't even know where there's a day where I have never had a perfect workout, because all my workouts I'm giving it 100%, right? I'm going beyond failure. That's just something that we always do. That's something that we will, carry on doing. So, at the end of the day, this training right here, this day in general, I had no energy. I ate something before the gym, but obviously, since I still have no energy, that barely did anything to fill me up, right? So by the time I got to that gym, I was literally sleepy. I felt sleepy, drowsy. Just overallly, just wasn't in the mood. Just barely wanted to lift weights, barely wanted to train. And I remember when I used to feel like that during, my boxing and my wrestling days. And I remember I used to always still push through. I used to always still train. I used to always still give it 100%, no matter how I feel. I'm not gonna be over here just going to the gym, slacking off, just doing mild discomfort sets, doing sets until mild discomfort. That's the word for it. Going to the boxing gym and letting someone just overally destroy me in sparring because I'm just tired and I can't take the pain enough. Same for wrestling, stopping in between, the sparring. Like, let's say if the sparring is not over and you just stop in the middle of sparring, that dude is going to destroy you. Like, if you get in a real wrestling match, right, you can't just stop, because if you stop, the opponent is going to destroy you. You done lost the match already. If you stop, you have to learn to just, embrace the pain and just keep pushing through that pain. And that's how I, do when it comes to my sets. That's what I do when it comes to bodybuilding. Most people ask me, why did you choose bodybuilding over boxing and wrestling? That's something that you was doing good in, right? And I chose bodybuilding because I don't have to rely on others. I get to rely on myself with this sport. And overall, I enjoy, bodybuilding more than any other thing that I've ever done. Any other sport, any other, physical activities. Bodybuilding has always been something to me that I enjoyed the most. So I cut all those off and did bodybuilding. And you can't do boxing and bodybuilding at the same time, because, bodybuilding has its own individual training style. Same for boxing, same for wrestling. So if I want to be a bodybuilder, I can't be training how a boxer trains. If I want to be a bodybuilder, I can't be training how a wrestler trains, right? So, one thing that I still do on Sundays, I still, do my cardio. I still practice things that I've learned in the past. Other than that, I'm not, wrestling or boxing anytime soon. I'm just focused on getting bigger and stronger at a quick amount of pace and constantly evolving and becoming the best version of myself. I mean, I'm the one who chose, this goal, this dream to becoming the best version of myself, to getting bigger and stronger, right? So why wouldn't I not give it 100% on every single, set? Why would I not show up to the gym every single day giving it all? So that's a reason right there that that's a reason right there why I just go hard as I physically can in every single aspect of this training, and how I always show up to the gym every day is because, this is my passion. This is what I do. This is my dream. So why wouldn't you want to give it, 100% in something that you love to do? I mean, in my opinion, that sounds easy. That's an easy thing to do, It's very easy to excel at something that you love doing, but it is very hard to excel at something that you don't like doing. So there will be days where you don't like training. There will be days where you don't feel like doing this. There will be days where you don't feel like doing that. Even when it comes to not training, this could be anything about life. You still have to use that same mindset you do to training, where you don't feel like training some days, but you still enjoy it. You still enjoy that training, but you just don't want to do it. You don't feel like doing it. You don't want to do it right now. Same thing for any other aspect of life. You don't feel like doing your homework. If you don't feel like, cleaning this, if you don't feel like doing that, if you don't feel like doing whatever it may be, you still got to use that other aspect of your, that little corner of your mind that, gets you to force yourself to train anyway to other things in life. Force yourself to do other things. Training is not the only thing in this life, right? There's other things other than training that matters. So when you don't feel like doing something, just remember, the same way when you don't feel like training, you can also apply that exact mindset to anything else that you don't feel like doing. You just don't want to do it. But one thing I'll tell you, all these words I'm speaking, everything I'm saying, it's not going to get you to sit there and go do it yourself, This is something that you just have to, listen to, hear. Yeah, what he's saying is right, but do I really feel like doing this? Do I really want to do this or not? Even if you don't feel like doing this, you should still force yourself to do it anyway. You should still force yourself to eat enough meals every day. You should still force yourself to train every single day. You should still force yourself to make that money. You should still force yourself to do the things. It don't matter what it is. It don't even got to be just training. This could be anything. You should still force yourself every single day, no matter what type of pain you're in, no matter what type of state of mind you're in. You got to force yourself to give it absolutely 100% in that goal, in that dream that you're working towards. And that's how you become successful. That's how you become successful, right? And I'm not even at my full peak yet when it comes to successfulness. I'm not even at my peak at all. I'm most likely 0.5% at my peak. Not even 0.1% at my peak. There's so much more that I can accomplish. I just ain't accomplished it yet. If I'm being realistic, I would say I'm at least one out of 10, a part of my full potential. Because there's so many things that I can do. There's so many things that I could change about myself that could make me at that 10 out of 10 mark, right? But even at that 10 out of 10 mark, there's still things that I can do to become, the best version of myself I could ever be. You can't just stop at 10. I need to go above that. And when I do end up stopping at 10, I will strive to be going above that. No matter what type of, era I'm in, no year it is, no month it is, the time of the month, the person I am, no matter what it is, no matter the person I became, I'm gonna, find a way to, challenge myself and accomplish another new goal, something that I want to work towards, because that's what really gives me a purpose for real. Like, what really gives me a purpose is just working towards things, training every single day, learning new things, doing this, doing that. I can't just sit there and just not do anything for my whole life. Like, I just can't do it. I have to be using every single day to becoming the best version of myself. I gotta be using every single day to be learning new things, every single day to be grinding, focusing on myself. And that's what really gives me a purpose overall. Is just motivating others and getting to spread the knowledge I have on my training and giving it to y'all. Just everything about my training, everything what I do, everything about what I do, I enjoy it. I love it. It's just some days where I just genuinely don't be feeling like training, and we'd still do it anyway. Like, these were one of these days. I would say this workout was absolutely like a 5 out of 10. I don't even know. Maybe a 5, maybe lower. I don't really know. But this workout, as much as y'all see this video, y'all can see, y'all really can't tell how bad the workout is, because this workout looked smooth. This workout looked like I was locked in. You can't really see what's going on in another person's head. You can't really see what's going on in another person's face, right? All you can just see is that, they're training hard and they're locked in. They're giving it 100% on every single set. But what you don't know is that they'd rather be at home, closing their eyes, not doing this right now. So, you got to take things into different perspectives. You feel me? Sometimes. Not saying that you don't need to be like thinking about, the little things like that. Like, who really sits there and looks at a guy trains and be like, oh, I wonder if he want to do this or not. Nobody really cares. That's like a thing that people need to know. Like, nobody cares if you don't feel like doing this or doing that or not. This even applies for, someone that's working a job or, doing something that they don't feel like doing, and they want people to know that they don't want to do it. But bro, you have to do that junk anyway. Like, if you want to get paid, if you want to provide for your family, you better show up to work, because nobody else care about your feelings. Nobody care about your feelings. They just know that you a person that's about to work for me, and you about to be at this job working. They don't care about you. And the more you sit there waiting for someone to care about you and feel sorry for you, that's on you. But I know, me personally, I'm going to be locked in. We're going to pray, and then we're going to eat this food.